I'll be the monster you've been wanting, but they will see me when I'm coming. I'll be laughing while you're running. Oh, you won't see me when I'm coming. Thank you, Lord, for all that you have done. I will be reviewing Power Book 2, Season 1, Episode 3. Did you see it? Did you see it? Because this episode was really good. It brought the drama and it had me on the edge of my seat. That dress court scene was everything. Tamika did not come to play. She did not come to play. She came to snatch law degrees and wigs. You heard me? Oh my God. That was like the best scene of that episode. Tasha thought it was a joke, and Davis McLean had to show her how real it was. If she ever had to testify in court to persuade a jury, and they dressed her up all beautiful and everything, the way she would look before she went to prison. And Tasha thought, oh, it was all fun and game. She thought she had the jury persuade, and they brought the heavy artillery. Tamika came and snatched Tasha's soul and put egg on her face. She was not playing with us. She was like, why would James kill Silver? You wasn't even his man. Wasn't he Angela man? I was like, oh, yo. That was crazy. And then she was like, wasn't you the one that told Tommy to kill Angela? So, if Tasha ever went to go to court, they would not get her for one body. They gonna get her for two bodies. I like, oh, yo, that is crazy. Two bodies on her? Tamika did a good job. Mr. McLean want her on the team, and she declined. And he realized Saxe was in trouble, and she was his lawyer, and he trying to get to the bottom of it. Is why was he in trouble? It is really not about Tasha. I said, my girl, Tasha, she felt humiliated. Girl, I was like, this is a game that you cannot play with your life. Do you think Tasha should take the plea deal? Or you think Davis McLean will find a way to get her off scot-free? I think Tasha should take the bid for her son because Tyreek is not built for prison. He don't know how to move. He don't know how to handle all type of personalities in that type of environment. And he definitely will not know how to build a vest to protect himself from getting shanked. And Tasha will be able to know how to move in prison. And she can be able to see warnings if somebody is coming after her to protect herself. Tyreek could barely handle the environment he is in with the Ivy League school with all the white people and some few black people. And by him taking the advice of these people, he's actually losing himself. Professor Reynolds was really impressed with Tyreek because he was standing by the door listening to Tyreek stand up for himself against Professor Oliver, saying that Socrates, it was the man's fault for why he died, for mocking the court and his peers. And he believed that anybody that think is they too smart for their own good and can't take advice from other people, they get what they deserve. I said, don't this sound like a familiar situation? His mother is in the same situation. And she is playing a dangerous game that could get her life in prison. OMG, I just cannot with this. Tyreek is mad for what happened in class, and Lauren tells him that he needs to play the game. Tell the people what they need to hear so he can get over. And he really don't want to do that because he was like, the professor is wrong and you should correct people who you think is not right. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I too believe that. Not everybody is right. If I'm wrong, I do believe I should be corrected as well. And I have no problem taking correction from people, no matter what age or what race they are. I believe Tyreek is not ready because college is about critical thinking and solving problems. And you should, as an adult, is a bridge from teenager to young adult. Because your parents is not going to always be around. You got to have to be able to solve things on your own. And this is what Tyreek has a problem. He needs to stop listening to other people and be more in tune with himself so he can figure things out and be more successful in the school and in the game. You heard? So Tyreek get his paper and he's mad because he get an NC, no credit. And he goes address Professor Oliver. And Professor Oliver's like, it's not my fault. You gotta go see Professor Reynolds. So he go and address Professor Reynolds, and Professor Reynolds is really mad at him because he was like, you argue in the paper the idea that you use in class. And Tyreek said he would have if he knew if he was grading the paper. And this is a prime example. It is better to be yourself to succeed in this world than to be somebody else. So Tasha is in jail, giving the lady the blue morning after pill, and she trying to make an ally in prison. And one of the workers in the jail actually took a picture and delivered this message to Lorenzo. Tyreek is pissed because he failed his paper, so he gets on Zeke hard. He like, if I fail, you fail, and you do not get back on the team. Do you understand? And he wants Zeke to put in that work. Do you understand? And Zeke was like, I got you, son. And Tyreek proposed something to him that he can't turn down. He was like, you gotta set up a meeting between your aunt and me. And he was like, done, period. Monet and Diona is going to Zeke's basketball game, and they don't really know he cannot play because he is on academic probation. So Diona want to know why she can't go to school, and she think it's unfair that her mother won't allow her to go to school and play ball. I said I don't like Monet for that. She needs to give her children room to breathe, to get experience in life. You cannot hold your children hostage in a house all the time. I probably think she does that because of who their father is, but in my eyes, I believe she don't want her daughter to succeed because her mother haven't became anything. So her mother haven't become nothing, so she want to hold her daughter back so she won't become better than the mother. That's just my opinion. So Tyreek is talking to them and want to get in and sit with them, and Monet is not having it. And Monet is not having it. She don't want Tyreek nowhere near her family or Zeke. And Tyreek actually convinces Diona who is in charge. So Diona called Lorenzo and talks to her about going to school. Monet actually goes and see Lorenzo, and she is mad because she don't have a say in the business. Kane is the muscle behind the Tejada family, and him and Drew is around collecting the money and from their crew that's moving weight for Lorenzo, their father. And some people don't have it, and you know what? He let her know, you better have it by Friday, with a fist to his face. And they having a problem with one of their crews. the GT crews who are posting their business on social media, and they don't like that. But they gotta get the word from their mother to go handle it. And it reminds me, Monet is not the boss. She gotta get word from her husband Lorenzo before she could tell her kids what to do. What the hell is that? So Lorenzo want Drew to handle it and not Kane because he is radical. Drew to handle this. So Drew goes follow the GT crew, which is Little Guap, and he actually is disrespecting Drew and his mother. And here come Kane, and Little Guap is changing his tune. Then he shoots up the GT spot, and the police hears it, and one cop is chasing after them. And Ramirez tells him to come on, they went a different way. And Kane was willing to shoot the cops. I was like, Ramirez got a problem on his hands. He gonna have to either choose his side, the cop side, or his lover side, the gangster side. Cause you can't do both. Cause when something pop off, which one will you choose? Okay, and you better choose your side, the cop side, cause you gonna have a whole lot of problems on your hands. You understand? He's crazy. Ramirez is crazy. I said Tyreek is in the streets wilding with his roommate Gianni. His roommate is getting prescription pills because Tyreek don't have drugs right now to sell to the students. And they actually set up a plan to have one of the men hostage in his room by a stripper while they make their cells at the party. And I was like, Tariq better be very careful with the roommate, because I feel like that boy is gonna get him in a whole lot of trouble that he don't need. The mom actually finds the other phone that Diana was calling her father on and destroy it. She like, this is my house, my house. I like, something within the mother is upsetting her because she really don't have power. She let her children run amok in this kind of business. Tyreek actually meets up with Monet and they have a talk. And he tell her we could come to a mutual understanding and gives her money. And she really don't want it. He like, I moved in a few hours. You can't do that. And Monet is really old school and she just want to stay in one location, that is Queens. And Tyreek actually gets a phone call and his mother, and she knows that it's his mother, and she tells him to answer it. Then she let Lorenzo know that his mother is in jail, and Lorenzo give Tasha a call and say her son will be working with them, and if he don't fall in line, he will be dead. I said the Tejada family don't know who they messing with. This is the St. Patrick family. They've been dealing with the biggest drug dealers and overcame the most vicious killers in their life. So it's going to be Tejadas versus St. Patrick. They are going to have to grow up real quick if they want to play in this big boy game, because it's going to be a whole lot of bad people coming after them. Tasha, that's sitting inside the prison, is going to have to get in tune with her monster side like ghosts, so she can maneuver in jail and give Tyreek the advice to how to handle these streets, because he don't know what the hell he doing. You understand? And Tasha have more experience with this. So who do you think is more powerful, the Tejada family or the St. Patrick family? And will Tyreek be able to get control of this situation? Zeke and Diana is precious to Monet. Tyreek could use that as leverage if they ever come after him and his mom, he could get them easily. You understand? So they gonna have to think about this. But on a real note, people, if you could stay out of jail and stay out of handcuffs, please do so. Just chill. Enjoy life. And don't sell drugs to your community. Thank you.
Hey, hey. We don't run, we don't bend, we don't fold. Where my gangsters at? Where my gangsters at? Where my gangsters at?